Welcome everybody to 48 Talk episode number 70. I am your host, Rage Body, as always. Joining me this time is the usual crew of DXTakamina on the right, Derek on the bottom left, and that Canadian guy on the bottom right. Hello.
Yo.
What's up? Yayo, you're back. Nice
Yeah.
to see
Hey,
you.
he's back, and he bought a
He's
present.
back.
He brought something
You bought
rare.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
what'd you get?
What did you get, man?
What you get? What you got?
What there? What there? What?
Oh, you just showed it to
I'm-
us. It's new.
Oh my God, what you
It's
been-
expensive.
Yeah, you've been
This?
talking about for what?
Wait,
Okay.
what?
Oh,
I'm
man.
confused.
He's trolling us, people. He's trolling us.
No,
we talk
I'm
about for,
actually. I don't know. What?
Show us the wonderful
Alright,
device
I'll
that's
give-
going to come out.
I'll give you a hint. It starts with iPhone, ends with 10.
Oh, this?
Ah!
Oh, man.
Oh, this little thing? I don't know, maybe. It's like, oh, it's just very rare to get, hard to get now, waiting 4 weeks to go get it, and he's like, oh, I just got it.
It's like, no, I got it. It's cool.
It's good for pictures in the future when you take from AKB. They look very
Yeah, no
slick.
shots. I'm ready.
You know what it-
Shots.
He's ready for it.
You're gonna love portrait mode then. The selfie mechanism is amazing in there. It's really slick, so enjoy that, I would say.
I need to win the handshake 2-shot though.
I really
Yeah.
hope you do. I really want to see the
Another
quality
Kojibako
pictures.
shot. Another Kojibako shot, yeah.
Alright. Okay, there's I think a lot has happened to talk about. Not much news, but enough to talk about. So let's get
Yeah.
topical first. Something happened over the weekend. The handshake event was, I think, a national handshake event from all groups, and there was something notable. And there was a stir on Twitter and then like on certain groups. Apparently, there was something with Tanaka Miku from HKT48. So on her showroom, during the middle of it, she just broke down in tears and feel frustrated, and she didn't know what to talk to, and she feels lost and wants to take a break. And apparently, and we talked about this mentioned before, certain fans are saying stuff to her in lanes that's just, it feels hurt. It feels like, guess I'll go see another girl. You don't seem excited, or you're ruining my day with your attitude. It's like that those are some harsh words to hear, and I think it happens a lot. I think the main thing we're forgetting is well, they provide us a service, and most people pay for that service. We also forget they're still a person, so when we are not satisfied, we don't out them for it, because still they have lives, and sometimes we forget that. I think that's the biggest thing we're forgetting. That's they also have their own lives outside of being an idol. But yeah, what do you guys think on that topic?
Man, when I read the tweet on Twitter, I was like, "Geez, what's going on, man?" And then afterwards, I was busy with my work when I saw the tweet, and when I got home and saw the showroom itself, man, I felt for her, man. It's pretty down, I would say. So I'm just hoping she's doing better now, and yeah, just don't let it get to you. Just don't let it get to you. It's hard, but don't let it get to you.
Yeah.
I think she's doing better now though, cause like all of the 2-shots, and I think she just posted on her, like she did a 10-minute showroom of it like this morning.
21
I
minutes.
think. Yeah, short one.
Yeah.
Or something.
And
So
Katamina showed up as well at the end.
yeah, I think she's doing better now though. So
Okay.
that's all I can say.
Okay, I'll react to a bit later, but first I want to hear from Derek.
Yeah, so this really bothered me. Next to Mirshige and Gina, Tanaka Miku is probably my most favorite HKT member. Meeting her at the HKT Handshake event was a dream come true. She was absolutely sweet to me. She was adorable. She's perfect looking. I mean, actually, the horror book I wrote, Kai, I actually, in my head, I envisioned Tanaka Miku playing my main character if it were ever to be put on a big screen. Of course, she's getting a little too old now for it, but at the time when I wrote Kai, I had her face came to my mind. I don't know, it was cool. Seeing this broke my heart. Again, it does seem like she recovered pretty fast. She's pretty resilient. The video today was very promising, saying, hey, you know what? I just had a moment there, and I'm good. But what I found was cool was two things. One, Sashi came to her aid right away. Go Sashi. I love Sashi for being a true leader, and basically her Twitter posts, which people thankfully translated, were very encouraging, very heartfelt, and was basically reminding us all what you said, Robin, that we're human. Leave us alone in that sense. You don't understand how harsh those words can be. Second of all, I don't know if Mahahon meant this, but Yamaguchi Mahahon from NGT, they were doing kind of like videos during the Handshake events, and you could pick certain scripts. And one of the scripts she had, and I don't know if this is connected, but it just the timing seems interesting, is she was saying something like, "Hi, I'm so glad you're coming to my Handshake lane, even though you go to other people's lanes." It was kind of like a hint, like, hey, this thing kind of bothers us. I like that. It's a stretch. It probably doesn't have anything to do with it, but
I think it's more a joke on that side.
Yeah. It's probably, but still, it's the point's still the same. These are young girls. Their feelings can get hurt very, very, very quickly. Shame on all of you Wodos who think it's actually a smart or good idea to go to a lane and actually harass a girl and say, "You're ruining my day." You should be taken out back and shot, because these are the daughters of somebody. You have to understand, this is somebody's kid you're saying this to, and this kid is busting their butt for you. I think Tanaka Miku is more upset about the fact that she has not made the kind of progress she had hoped for. I think, though, at the same time, she should remember in the Soutoukyou, she did beat a certain other half of hers, surprisingly so. And, she has made progress, but maybe, the fact that she's getting passed over, this kind of thing really hurts members in some cases. And you do probably have those moments, like, what's going on? And then on top of that, the Handshake lanes, no one's happy to see you, or maybe they're not giving you a good reaction because you're not giving them a good reaction because you're depressed about what's going on, and it's a bad cycle. She popped out of it. It seems very fast. Hopefully she doesn't take a break. I love this girl. But I have to say to the WOTA community and to anyone out there, especially if you do understand English and you're one of the idiots that did this, just stop, because it's not cool to harass girls of any age and doing anything in life, but it's really not cool to harass an idol whose only job in life is basically to try to make you happy. And if she's not making you happy, that's understandable, but you also have to be there for her. That's the whole point of the idol thing. It's a symbiotic relationship. You give, they give, you give, they give. And if you can't give, then you move on or you go to somebody else, but you should still not rub it in the girl's face, which seems to have been the case that's happened. Thank God for Sashi for coming to her aid and, other members. But this was very heartbreaking. This was heartbreaking.
I'm gonna be a devil advocate on this side.
Sure.
So it's not like a handshake event, but I've been to an event where you can meet someone, and it was also like randomized. So you didn't know who was gonna be in your lane before the picture time of our Handshake started, and we were hoping, I was there and I was hoping for a good one, and then someone else showed up that was lower my expectations, and I'm like, oh man, well, you don't interest me, and now I have to meet you, and it feels like forced. On the side, it's like, yeah, just doing your good work, and that's fine. So I've been on that side that, like, I felt like at that moment didn't excite me anymore. Of course, in the handshake events, you know who's standing in that lane, so you use the ticket to meet that person. There's also a different situation. You never assume what a person is thinking at that moment right now. Maybe that person's real OC got cancelled or was full, or so he had extra tickets, like, well, guess I'll go to this girl. Maybe that feeling, because you still want to use that ticket. Maybe there was an expiration date. You never want to know what the situation is. However, I do say when you meet them, the biggest thing is always show respect. It's the only thing you need to do. You know they are providing a service, and you are the receiving end of the service. But that doesn't mean you can, break those boundaries on that side. Just take it in. If it wasn't on your service, after the fact you received the service or you were out of the lane, then you can complain like, man, that really wasn't good. Or then you can complain. It's just like same. Very different example. Say you're in a restaurant, you're eating the food, and you think, oh, this food tastes bad. You're not saying that right away. You're like, yeah, it's good. And then after you're done with the restaurant, you go outside, and next day your body's like, man, that food was horrible. Like, sometimes it's sometimes okay to say those things, but it's sorry, got a little distracted there.
Alright.
It's sometimes okay to give that feedback. It depends on how you say it, because it has a certain effect you can give to a person the way you say things. And probably those voters who never read it didn't mean that way. They didn't think about their words or didn't care. Just like their own world. It happens a lot in situations. So I get what Tanaka Miku was thinking about. I think her age is she's still inexperienced on that level, and Sashi is like way experienced. I think she gets like a lot of hate that you don't even hear about, and she's like fine with it. She can joke around it. She can return it because she's so experienced, and a lot of other members as well. I'll let you get to a point in a minute, Derek. I'm gonna finish up. Is the first day of the handshake, they noticed there was an OSJ security with Tanaka Miku, and the second day there were like also more people supporting her, and they moved her to next to Sakura's lane, so someone with experience or someone that can, give advice if there's something wrong on that side. So that's very good of management, to keep the supporting someone experienced, someone that, by all means, we know Miyawaki Sakura gets a lot of hate, and she's experienced enough to take care of that. The other thing I'm thinking that also has an influence on that side is that weekend was also the annual flu shots ceremony.
Ah, yes.
And a flu, the whole pressure you're getting a flu shot. We saw the videos. We laugh about them because they're like torture, crying, and oh my god, I don't want to do this. That takes a lot of energy out of you already. Plus, when you get the flu shot, there is always a certain chance there's a little side effect. You can feel down at that moment, or not well, or anything on that side. So there are all these situations that made her feel down. That I think, on the best advice, it wasn't good of her to do a showroom after that day. I think she should have waited after the weekends, after the handshake event was over, and then do a showroom of how she feels. Because we saw today, she felt a lot better. It's like maybe she needed to get off her chest and felt something. Maybe the fans supported her in the showroom, and all the other fans at the handshake event supported her that day. So it worked out in well. But I think there was a lot of pictures. It got blown off proportion, and she's still a young girl as well. But yeah, just be respectful to each other. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yo, DX, either of you, you've both been to handshake events. Did you ever witness or see Woda's acting like that towards members? Because I didn't, but did you? Either of you?
When I went to the Takamina handshake, it was relatively quiet in the lanes next to her, so I don't think I've seen anything happen like that, so I can't really know.
Yo?
No, because all my experience were like the waters are just like staring you down, and like I have this weird pressure. Like if you do something wrong, they're gonna beat you up. Like everyone's just like even though they're like on their phones, they're like, they look at you. I'm like, oh my god, like if I say something right now, I would get swarmed. So
yeah.
I have
Sorry.
that pressure.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off there, DX. I'm sorry about that one. I totally know what you mean. Yeah, like when I was there, like I said, I even talked about this and I wrote about this. I almost got into a fight with some Odas because they were staring me down. I was like, "What's up?" Like I didn't like understand why they were staring me down. It turned out it was very innocent. They just want to know my interest in their Oshi. That's it. That was it. And also I had my tattoos on full display. I was the only person there with full tattoo. I mean, literally in this whole, Makari Messe. Yeah. So I don't realize sometimes how much I stand out in that sense. So Woda's Woes. But that kind of segs me into what I wanted to say in response to what Robin was saying. I think there are two sides to this. One is, Wodas can be jerks. They can be big, huge jerks. I've seen it personally, actually, at the Underground Idol shows. They're very narcissistic and very self-centered in terms of when they go to these shows, they are looking for escapism, and sometimes they forget there are other people there they're wanting to escape as well. And most of all, they're forgetting who they're going to for their escapism. And sometimes it can be very narcissistic in their approach, although there are plenty of those that does not fit their description even remotely, myself included, you guys included. However, I would say this, you know, like you said, Robin, that doesn't give you an excuse to be disrespectful, especially to young girls that are trying to figure out life, and they're being idols and they're just being happy. There is no reason. It's not like if you go to a restaurant and you, which, by the way, if you go to a restaurant, you go to an idol show, you're the one choosing to do it. It's not, no one's forcing you to go there. But if you go and you're unhappy with the food at a restaurant, you can complain to a manager, but you shouldn't go complain if you're unhappy with a girl. I mean, look at Paruru. She had a lot of complaints towards the end of her career because she was super salty. But, you know, there's certain people that like that. And there's also the sense that, you know, there's so many other things going on. Your reaction should be, what's going on with this girl? What maybe she's down, and you should be supportive because this girl is supporting you in all your escapist indulgences. And you can never forget that with idols. It's not the same. Although, there is a flip side, and this is where I can also play devil advocate. If you go to be an idol, you should understand whether you're 8 years old being an idol or you're 28 years old being an idol, it's a rough, brutal world sometimes. It is cutthroat. It is a rat race to the top. We have seen this over and over and over again. I mean, look at the Soutoukyou and look how many people are not participating this year. By the way, that's a good segue for what we could talk about next. I'm just saying, like, it's not an easy life. So you got to be prepared for that. But I'm not saying you shouldn't still be sensitive. But come on, you're an AKB48, the biggest idol group in the world. You know, you can also make the argument, what did you think was going to happen? Everyone's going to be super rosy red to you? No. People are throwing flares at your face, trying to stab you in some instances. I mean, it's, you know, people spit on you. They say you suck. I mean, there is that darkness underlying there. But you can't let it get to you. So there is that side to it. But it looks like Tanaka Miku, like you said, Rob, she's probably just down. She bounced back. I'm happy to see it. I don't think she's going to take a break. I hope she doesn't. I think the girls came and supported her, and that's good. But now I think it's our WOTA's turn to do it. So I would encourage anyone watching this, go to Tanaka Miku's Twitter, go to anything you can for her showroom, and just give her some love, show her some support. Tell her you love her, tell her you're supporting her. She could probably really use that right now, because I know that's exactly what I'm going to do when we get done with this.
Yeah, some of them compared this to the Mahon incident.
Yeah.
And the main difference with this one and the Mahon was something that didn't happen, was blown out of proportion, and was ridiculed and put online, and, you know, made fun of her. This situation, look, I don't know specifically what they said to Tanaka Miku. Yeah, if it was a clear insult, then I wonder what the security guy is doing. Not just like grabbing him like in chokehold and then choke slamming out of the booth over there. But yeah, you know, words can hurt indefinitely, but it shouldn't be like, you know, destroy you. You know, you should be like, whatever. You're not even that good of a person yourself. So why are you wasting your time at my place then? It's all different situation, but for her, she will learn that at a later age, and that's why I'm saying the more experienced members, they deal with this daily. You know, we have this social media platform, online viewings, and the Handshake events and live events. There was also like in the Soutoukyou with Achan, where she was becoming #1 again. She had a lot of haters in the background saying, "Achan, you suck," and you should die and stuff like that.
Yeah, horrible stuff.
And then how did she respond? Of course, she was in tears because she was happy, but she did respond. You can hate me if you want, but please don't hate AKB48. That's basically what she said. She's like, I don't care if you hate me. It's like, just support the group, then I'm fine with it. That's basically what she's saying, and that's what you learn later. It's like, not all people in this world are, you know, nice. I think a lot of the people in the world are just, you know, to themselves, and forget sometimes that everyone you meet out there is also having a person with a life, and you never know what impact can you do to a person daily on that life. I forget even sometimes. Sometimes there's something a moment there and like, what I said this to this person, but what if this person takes it this way and this way? If you think about it, you're like, oh man, maybe I just screwed up this person's whole life just because I was having a bad day. Sometimes we forget.
Yeah, and just to really quickly cap on that, I do this every day. I'm a terrible person when it comes to this thing. I'm so mean to people sometimes. I don't need to be. But at the same time, I just can't justify nor ever in a million years understand why anyone would go to an idol handshake event, take a young teenage girl, shake her hand and say, "Ah, you suck." Like it's pointless. Why are you even there? It's escapism. It's beautiful. It's an innocent thing, and it's a safe place. It's been a safe place for me for a very long time, for you guys as well. I don't think we need to make it unsafe by doing this for these poor girls, because then they're not going to want to do it. And also, like you said, the older members are used to it, like whatever, they see them dirt off the shoulder. But the younger girls, come on. I do understand their sensitivity, but at the same time, they should have some armor on, too. They should be like, whatever, you guys suck. You're paying to see me, so who's the real loser here?
I think the biggest one who can handle that is Yukirin. Yukirin is always the joke of every MC moment, especially by Sashi.
God.
Yep.
And maybe Fancy for, and she can joke about it. She's like, all right, that's funny, and then try to defend herself.
Very true.
But yeah, Yukirin decided on something as well this weekend. And it's not a surprise, to be honest.
Nope.
It's like she already announced.
Yeah.
It's already happening. The new year hasn't even started. She already announced, I'm not gonna participate in Soutoukyou this year, or next year.
Next year.
So so we don't have Sashi. We don't have Mayu's leaving, or she left now, and in December is leaving again. If that makes sense.
Officially,
official leave.
Official leave with that picture taken away ceremony with the ceremony.
Darn Takamina started this horrible trend.
Yeah.
Koji Haru, I think, also just expanded that.
That's what they all did it.
No, but Yamato Saika is not participating, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, the reason why I wanted to even talk about this, well, two reasons. One, she's my Kamioshi, so I was very disappointed. I thought for sure this would be her year, because she has nobody in the way, really, except maybe Drina. But now, boy, doesn't that make the Soutoukyou already exciting? Because if all I mean, yeah, okay, right, yeah. Well, Ogi, you got Sakura-tan, you got Jirina as probably the front runner. I don't know. I mean, this could be a really interesting Soutoukyou, even more than last year. I didn't think that was possible, but honestly, all these big names are out. There's no big names now except, Jirina, and I don't think she's gonna. She's like, yes, finally.
I'm in a way. If Julian doesn't get it this year,
no!
I will be sad and laugh at the same time. I'll just go have an insane Joker laugh. This really, I think Julian will crack too. She'll just go.
Like, she's gonna lose it.
I'm out. Yep. I'm out.
Yeah,
really.
I'm gonna swear here. It's not a bad thing, but she's gonna be like this. What's a bitch gotta do? Because seriously, if I was her, I would be like, oh, hell no. I would freak out.
I would grab that mic and just go, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, mic drop and just be like, you all suck, and I'm done, out.
Yeah.
I like you, you suck, I'm out.
Something like that. No.
Come on, Tani, let's go.
It will be a battle, I think, with Miyawaki Sakura. That's it's
Karina Sakura this year. It's unless they announce they're not doing it, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget the official number 3. Because if you count out Shashi Mayu, who's the official number 3? The girl from NGT.
Oh. Ogi no Yuka.
You said it. Yeah, no, Ogi is she's a dark horse. I still think it's not her time. But I'm honestly, Jirina and Sakura-tan, it's gonna come down to the battle of HKT versus, SK fans and which one of their fan bases want it more. And I gotta be honest, they both have wanted it for so freaking long that I'm serious. I think, Robin, I honestly think they're both of them will probably lose their minds if they don't get it. But that's kind of cool. I was sort of thinking if I was Drina, I'd be upset because I'd want to beat the best to feel the best. But now I'm thinking, forget it.
This is the new battle. It's like the Achan Yuko style, the Sashi Mayu. This is the Jurina Sakura battle. This is happening now.
I'm I'm excited already.
Yeah,
So,
with all the big names leaving, the Soutoukyou has basically reset itself.
Yep.
So who's going to be the new face and the new ace? So that's going to be quite interesting. So
because both of them have a propaganda. It's like Sakura has this whole thing. She wants to reinvent AKB48.
Yep, exactly.
To her liking, and Julia has all this passion. It's like, I've been in this group forever.
Yep.
And it still doesn't want to work.
Of course, Saine could always be like, I changed my mind, guys. I'm coming back in. Give me the freaking crown. That would be funny.
It would be such a. I'll be actually.
Right?
I'll be frustrated if Saine is like, I'll join this year. It's like, oh no. You stay away. It's like.
I don't know. It's just fun. Although I did find the timing a little bit suspect that she came out now to announce it. Does anybody have any idea why she would have did it at this point? Because that's what my brain's been racking about.
Only thing I knew about what she said is she wanted to create the stage for the new members of the new generation members of AKB.
Maybe that's the feeling. Maybe she read somewhere on Twitter or online or discussion groups, because they do. That it's like, the Soutoukyou is going to be crazy. Now of Yukurin, she will be a shoe-in to be first place. And maybe she's thinking, like, I could, but no. Yeah, but what about the future for AKB?
Exactly. Which takes me to this point. Now with Mayu gone, who is going to be the new face and the new ace of AKB?
Oh, okay. Wait. Hold on. Before we talk about that, because that's an awesome thing to talk about. Let me just say, does anybody remember the what you, Karen, said in the I think it was No Flower Without Rain documentary about, she's like, if somebody were to follow me and I was the ace, I'd be like, I wouldn't follow them because I'm not that girl. So I don't think it really means much to you, Karen, as much as it meant to her fans and to us. Of course, me, I've always wanted to see my Kamiyoshi at the top, but now that she's gone, you're right. Who is the face of AKB48? That's a great discussion. Fans, start putting in the comments right now.
That's a good, write down in the comments. What do you think? Who is the...
I'm dying.
Personally, I'm still waiting for that shuffle, and it will happen someday. I think the Kenning position still with Sakura is going to end, and she will be full-time AKB member.
Yeah.
And she will lead on AKB48.
Not HKT.
Not HKT.
Ooh, the defector. So then, but then, what about HKT then?
Yeah.
Sashi is still the one over there.
Nah, forget about Sashi because she's just too much of a big symbol. HKT needs their own leader? Who would it be? Because it was always Sakura-tan.
Even in HKT, Sakura-tan didn't feel like a leader on HKT. It was, just remember, how many center songs does she have in HKT singles?
Good point. But she's always been the face. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, but I would just say my vote's for Boss. So I'm just
Boss.
She's getting there.
Or Vivian. Vivian is so crazy, but or Murashige.
I wonder how Boss would do as a captain. I would say so.
Oh, she's gonna kill it. Come on, she's named her aptly named Boss for a reason. That girl is just tremendous. After meeting her too, she's like a force of nature. Like that girl is awesome. Considering how young she is, it's amazing.
I'm still hoping for the bounce back of Harupi. You know, she's been in Senbatsu songs again.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Yes.
But it feels like it's a reset for her. She has lost so much.
Rebuild.
Yeah, but the rebuilding of her is not going well currently. It's like she's there, but it's like, oh yeah, Harupi, I forgot about you. It's like
she's there, but her soul isn't there. She seems just not there.
It feels that she's like out of it. She's not the Harupi we talked about, and maybe she's still recovering. I don't know. I still don't know what happened, but
Robin, you got my gears.
Let me check something out about Harupi. Just a sec.
Right on. You got my gears spinning so much now, though, with the AKB question. Because
if I take a look at the Handshake tickets for Harupi, she's only sold 2 at the moment. So she has a 24-hour slot. So
jeez, that's horrible.
Yeah. Thanks, by the way. Thanks for providing the link, Mario Lay, for the Handshake sales.
Oh.
Those are really useful. So yeah, that's why I'm so interested about it. So yeah.
The face of AKB. I mean, if you don't have it be Sakura-tan, I don't even know who. I mean, Ogi, I guess. I don't know.
Mion.
Mion.
Yeah, I can see. You know what sucks is I never think of her, but AKS thinks of her all the time. And Mion did take a very prominent role in the Mayu concert, and did kind of seem like they were shoving Mion in our face every 3 seconds. So
yeah, but
I don't want it to be.
Yeah, but either Mion or Yui. She seems to have been pushed a lot lately as well.
Yui or
I'm hoping
Nachan.
Nachan. She's an ace. She's definitely an ace.
I would accept her. Or Jury. Jury would be fun. That would be weird. It'd be a weird AKB with Jury at the
then I would say Yui is then the Yokoyama Yui is then the face right now because he's so too.
I would say Yui though. Yui's been everywhere too, but she's so like not. There's not much personality there that I can see so far.
Not yet.
She's just pretty. I don't know. Oh God, sorry. I mean, I know we're veering off, but like, that's a great question. That's such a good question, DX. Seriously.
So I'm thinking still, Miyawaki Sakura. Her focus is more on AKB than on HKT.
Yeah, it's a good point actually. Yeah. So.
Hey, we'll see what happens when the HKT48 album comes out. Their first album.
Yay! Finally, what?
Finally.
6 years?
Yeah, something like that.
When they announced it, I was like, did they never put out an album? Like,
I really thought they did.
I had to look it up myself actually. So yeah.
One single, and then, from what I understand, they still don't have a stage.
Nope.
no.
I think it's going to be in the new Hoxton Mall. In the new Hoxton Mall.
That's gonna take a while till it's built.
Yeah, sadly.
It's unbelievable.
All right. Okay then. Let's go to the new singles that came out. The preview of that. Of course, a few things about NGT48, and I'll give a quick review because I only heard a portion of it, and it's a lot better than their first single. This one gives me the feeling if you close off a concert with this, it would be perfect. It's very exciting.
Happy,
yeah, very good song to hear. Can't wait for the MVs. It's definitely they learned from their mistake because the sales, their sales was 127,000 on the first day, and that doesn't sound that great to be honest. So I hope really they double them.
Yeah.
The only reason why it's low is the Senkyo too, I think.
It's low, but still, if it was a good song, it would be a lot higher.
But the Senkyo was thing though, like all the NGT fans were like, "Oh, the Senkyo single is coming up, so we're just gonna save it for the timing too of it." Like the timing of the release during.
I understand, but still, if the song was amazing, like the #1 song of the year, it would still be a different. That people were like, "But I really want that CD because I like the song." I think. Well, to be honest, I think the Japanese community doesn't really care for CDs. I think.
Yeah.
What we saw with the whole Sosenkyo boxes being dumped in somewhere.
Oh yeah, in the woods or something like that.
Yeah, because it's like, I care about music. I care about CDs. So I don't know about the community, but still, with this song, we'll see definitely a difference.
I hope so because I like the song. I like the song a lot. So.
I'm sorry. I can't wait. I have to jump in. Okay, like honestly, song of the year outside of Fukuan, like as far as AKB 48 group goes, I thought Tenmetsu Pheromone would actually be that for me personally. I know it's not a strong enough song to be a contender, like in the overall mindset of AKB fans, but I honestly feel NGT48 has hit this out of the ballpark. Now, granted, the early reports from the Handshake events this weekend, they had showed the MVs and played the songs, the coupling songs from Mayu's single. Cristafari was there. He sent me a very urgent text last night saying the Dance Senbatsu song is probably the greatest song he's heard from AKB in years. So that gets me pumped.
We're dying, man. I'm dying. Yeah, I want to hear that one.
Me too. I mean, I've heard the 16 Gen one. I've heard STU's coupling. I've heard a few of them. They're okay. Like they're not like they're just more of the same, I guess. I mean, that's not a critique. It's just they're just there. But NGT with Sekai wa Dokomare Azora no Ka. This song, there's something that has been missing so much in AKB's writing and their song structure, the way they approach songs. They found it again. This song is going to be a classic. I honestly feel NGT finally has a song that we can all remember them by. Don't critique me because I didn't like their first single, but oh, Robin's taking off. So honestly, in all honesty, I have to really put this out there and say that this is definitely one of my most favorite songs. I was in tears the very first time I heard it. The whoa 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 whoa,
yeah.
Like when they break into that, it's like goosebumps all up and down my body when they break into that chorus. And then the ending is great. There's a freaking guitar solo that's beautiful. Yep. It has every part of a song I want. And curiously enough, I don't even think there's a pre-chorus, which I think is really cool. They just jump right into that chorus, and it's just so driving. And at the end, it's like boom, 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 boom. It's like constant beat. Jonathan Lamb, big NGT fan, he even brought up an interesting point, which I heard, but then I didn't. But it's very reminiscent of the Japanese band Scandal, one of their songs, and this song rocks. It's definitely going to be, in my opinion, song of the year, unless again we hear a coupling song off the Mayu single. If the Dance I'm About to song is great, or HK, I forget. There's we still have a chance to get something as a contender. But in my opinion, I have been moved to my very core by this song, and that was on first listen, and that never happens to me. I actually might buy this single, which is awesome. So I just gotta put out there, check out NGT's second single. This is the song, and let us know what you think of it too. By the way, be great.
I think, Derek, you should remember what song you said song of the year, and then just listen to all of them and compare it, because you have like a lot of contenders right now who could be song of the year. So I'm still thinking, what actually is the song of the year for you?
Oh, Fukuon. I mean, nothing's gonna beat that. I literally can't see in a million years anything beating it. But I'm saying for AKB48, not just the overall AKB family, but for AKB48, the only other song I had contending was Drina's Tenmetsu Pheromone at this point. And and this song is, well, I love Drina and Tenmetsu Pheromone. This song is the idol song I've been waiting for. It really is. It's a concert ending song. It's a flag waving song, towel waving song. Yeah. It's just, I don't know, man. This is like a Shoujo Tachio type song. Like it's just perfect.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything wrong with it. I honestly couldn't.
Well, we'll see in December where we do our second annual award ceremony. This year we're gonna do the separate group, so AKB48 group, and then Nogizaka 46 and Kazaki 46. Interesting.
Yay.
Got to be twice as long, I think.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I can't wait.
4 hours? Wow.
Interesting. Anyone else about the NGT song?
Yeah, do you guys like it?
I liked it a lot.
I'll buy the one with Sugumin, Buy a Soshi.
So yeah, for what Yayo's talking about is Sugumin has a coupling song, and it's actually rather, it's not too bad. But you could explain a little bit more, Yayo. It's different.
It sounded like a Christmas song, so.
Right. Yeah.
But it sounds like her though. Like it's totally like her song.
Also, Katamina's coupling song's pretty fun too. But yeah, we'll reserve, I'm sure, discussing this later when they actually release full versions and stuff.
What did come out though is the full version of Juichi Anklet and the graduation song of Mayu. Okay, Christmas song, yeah. It's definitely, it sounds like a Christmas song as well. So it's because of holiday season, maybe they're going more for that style. I have nothing bad to say about this song and nothing good to say about this song.
It's just there.
It's definitely there. However, the MV, positive thing I like is they are not wearing makeup, so it's all natural beauty, and they are looking beautiful.
Yep.
What I didn't like is they showed a Kami 7 for 75% of the the MV, and then the like a little 25% is the rest of the members, and even that doesn't feature them. So the only time you see the other members is at the scene where they have the umbrellas and they're just going to the side to side, and at the end where they're running. Other than that, you only see Kami 7 members. So I have a feeling they're like. It is definitely a Mayu single. I love it when Mayu is just doing her cutesy self. My favorite part is when she goes at the chair and just sitting up. That's her cute side on that note. But yeah, the song itself, it gets stuck in your head. So I'm sometimes I'm like whoa, and that's it's it's a song. It's not a great song and not a bad song. Yeah. Wants to talk? That's rare.
I just like that one part when Jurina goes to spear Cyanide.
It's a very interesting dance there. They're in the rain, but it was so weird. So they come up, they're walking like very serious. She puts her arm around, then they move, and then they do this very weird slow motion dance, and then they're standing in a field and they're doing that dance again. The theme of this whole song is weird. It doesn't feel. Maybe that's the mind of Mayu. That's the whole thing about it. That's it's so weird. I don't know.
To be honest, they just phoned it in. I don't know. I mean, it's like you said, it is what it is. There's some good points to it. I do like the chorus is catchy. It kind of echoes NGT what they did, although NGT I think did it 30 times better. But it's very Christmassy sounding, like you said, which I hate holiday themed songs. I just hate them. No offense, with Tsugumin's song, but I just can't get into like Christmassy spirit songs or Halloween songs. But the thing is, this is Mayu's grad single, but historically it seems grad singles tend to not be that great. Sheet sign. But I'm just saying, like, it is one of those things. At the same time, you kind of wish it was, because it's. Please. Never mention that again. But you kind of wished that this was, because it's Mayu. Because Mayu is so beloved, and I mean more beloved. Oh, well, not as beloved, perhaps. Well, I don't know. Takamina and her, I guess it's not really a popularity contest, just different types of love. But I would say with Mayu, you would have expected something maybe more along the lines of her side group. I can never say it. Thank you. I expected something more Carrie Pamu-Pamu-ish like that. I don't know. But it wasn't. And also, too, like you said, Robin, it was like, where was the rest of the members? Like...
It felt, I don't know. But to continuation on what you said about grad singles are never that good. Well, I didn't like High Tension that much. But you like High Tension.
I kind of liked it. Yeah, it kind of grew on me.
And I'm now thinking about the major members who were graduating. With Yuko, you had what was the song?
Kyomare no Melody.
Maeshikamu kane.
Oh.
Yeah.
That song's epic. That's legendary.
I'm not talking about her graduation song, about the graduation single. Her last single, she was a center. Okay. That was a good song, right? So
yeah, that was a fun song actually. Yeah.
That was Kami 7 era though. I mean, it's almost like different writers, different everything, man. I'm saying recently, it seems like there's been a history of people graduating with crap songs. We've had like 3 in a row now, 4 in a row if you count, I guess, High Tension.
Huh.
Because Takamina's songs sucked, Koji Aro's songs sucked. This song, I'm not saying it sucks. Maybe I should rephrase. They weren't as appealing as other AKB songs. High Tension took me a while. I like it now, but I think I like the video more than I like the song. And I know you hate the video. It's fun to watch, though.
8,000 yen to get inside. It's fun that I can say those stuff now because I was there. Yay.
Yay!
Yay!
Robin almost went to the robot cafe. He almost went.
Almost. Yeah.
Well, maybe next time. No. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else about the MV or? Oh wait, other MV. So, Anklet done? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Her graduation song. What was it again? Something.
Sayonara de owaru wake janai.
Thank you, Yo. Yeah, well, Mayu killed her idol character in that video.
Yep. Literally burn it down.
Literally. It's like... So, the music video is basically her just... old pictures, walking slowly. Like, that's also the theme with graduation singles. It's just you see them slowly walking, and then you have, like, the past remembering them. You had it with Miyazawa Sai as well. And with Takamina, of course, with the... Like, oh man, look at these heavy letters that I'm pulling. It's like... okay. But... her video, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful song. Tears at the concert. And then, for some reason, she's just... You see her dark version, and then you see her light version in bed sleeping, and she's just holding a light, and she's like, you know what, I'm just gonna drop this, and I burn it down to the ground. It's like, okay. That's a good statement to say. You're done with the idol world.
Yeah.
Good luck on your album.
Strong. It's strong, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see where she goes with that. Yeah.
Burn it down.
Yeah, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Alright, but anyone else about the music video or the song itself?
The song is beautiful, and the music video was like, wow.
Alright. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit stuffy nose, and my throat is helping, so I think I'm getting sick. Sorry about the quality on that side. Anything else we need to talk about before we do our review of the Mayuyu concert?
I think it's pretty much summarized, but I just want to inject one little funny thing that I was told before we get into the heavy stuff that we're about to get into, because we need a little bit of reminder of happiness. But like the Handshake event this weekend, the theme was kind of like they were doing like drawings and they were doing recipes, and my Oshi Tani, her recipe was, I think, a cup of instant ramen noodles, and her directions was add water, and that was it. That's why Tani is my Oshi, people. She's amazing. I laughed so hard. Cristafari sent me all the pictures. He sent me a picture, plus he sent me a video of her like saying some really funny stuff, and it was just, I saw that, I just burst out laughing. It was so funny.
I saw, of course, Nachan celebrating her birthday, and with Miriam Yuri, her wife / husband. Funny thing is, there was a lot of discussion about, they had like a lover's quarrel. It's like, you never hug me back. It's like, hug back, what is that? Well, you don't do that. And it's like, well, maybe in the future, blah, blah, blah. So it was funny. The day she got a chocolate cake and they were cutting it, and she was trying to feed Yuri, and Yuri was like, no, already got a piece, thank you. And it's like, decides like, and Megu was filming and also eating cake, very happy. So it's like very lovable style. And then they had a mini concert on stage with both of them together. So that was also pretty fun to see. They did Temo Demo Namida.
Nice.
They did another song together. I think the one they did on AKB48 show. So a little, you know, I love the fact that the crowd now really supports this couple. And it helped really Miriam Yuri to, you know, at first she was like, no, just don't do that, because, you know, Nachan showcased how she's going well with Megu, how she's showcased well with teammate, I forget her name every time, but never showcased how well she was with Miriam Yuri until like this year. This year it was exploding, and then she convinced Miriam Yuri to Showroom, and then she's doing more Kimura Dare, and the Twitter bros and stuff like that. So even though we say Miriam Yuri is some semi underground, she's not in the media focus part of the AKB48 group, but now she's getting in there, and I hope to see her more and more in the future on that side. But I love that they're now rolling with the couple thing. So seeing that from the Handshake event was good to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good to see stuff like that.
And also they were holding the hand of Yamada Noe. Both of them were holding down for Yamada Noe while she was getting the flu shot. And it's like screaming. It's like, It's like...
Speaking of flu shots, Mako did a showroom like yesterday, Japan time.
I need to watch that.
I need to watch it, yeah.
The next day, and like they were talking about the flu shots. Like, oh, you ran away from the flu shots, didn't you? So like, no, I didn't. I just forgot to do it. Don't judge me.
Mahon is great. It's like her collection is still growing.
Mako.
Oh, Mako. Mako forgot
Yeah,
it.
Mako.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Mako. Did Mako do Showroom as well?
Yeah, she did it last night though. Like she rarely does showrooms, but like when she does it, it's always amazing.
Yeah. It's same with Judy if she does a showroom. It's like the last showroom I saw with Judy, she was you know, getting ready for bed, and it's like took like 20 minutes. She put a showroom on, and she's like, "No, I'm getting ready," and then she reveals, you know, no makeup, and she was just so adorably cute, getting ready for bed, and then reading 13,000 fan letters, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they really got the format down for Showroom, because you have those who do it daily, and that's pretty nice, but some of them do it rarely, and that also gives a great effect.
Or some of them do it and you have no idea what the heck's going on because it's just so out there and insane you don't know what to talk or think about. Case in point, Yamaguchi Maho with her sister Riko recently. Oh my god, that was so fun to watch her like just totally imitate Riko and like make fun of her, but at the same time pretend like she was getting attacked by fish. And yes, if any of this sounds really bizarre, just watch it. It's the most recent one. It's absolutely insane. It's on Stage 48. Somebody was kind enough to actually go through and explain it to in English. So funny. Mahon, you were the best. I love her. I love her. She's so weird. Another Tani.
I think that's the recommendations for this week. Watch the show.
Yeah, way ahead. Sorry, yes.
No. You're fine, because then we can get into the review of.
Boy.
Let me get the phone and go to my notes.
Let me get ready.
Get ready.
This is hard.
Oh, this is going to be heavy.
Notes.
Here's my towel.
Let me get my list. Oh my.
All right. Well, we start off. Then it's the what do you call the opening actually? The word.
Overture.
No, not the overture song, but the talk they do.
Oh, the Kagana.
Yeah.
Kagana.
It was performed by Mayu, and you know, showing her excitement, getting ready. You know, you could already tell she was nervous, and yeah, overture started. The building was packed. It felt rushed. That was the whole feeling. It's like this graduation, because normally it's like usually intense, 2 days if you compare to Takamina or Shimayuko. This one felt like yeah, she's graduating, so we got this hall and then just enjoyed. But we found out it had a meaning on that side. So yeah, after the overture happened, they showed a video screen and we see a bird. Okay, see a bird flying. More birds flying. Then all right.
Bird.
And then we see a separate bird, and it's a Mayu bird, and then boom, there is Mayu standing all glory. And then it's like already getting goosebumps because they did a Shonichi, but the orchestra version, and I think never heard it before. And she was having it rough, man. It's like we already told. It's like her voice was cracking up. She was crying.
Oh,
and
so bad.
The point she was getting down, she's like, oh, keep it together. We just started. And then at the end, she finally got her voice back and then fully out. But it was a beautiful rendition. And then her group came out. I don't know what. They did the fairy tale ending song. What was the song? Let me get those notes as well.
Watarota! Yay!
Yeah, it's the Kampeki Gu None.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Warota. That's Warota.
Yeah. But it wasn't the original group. It was the with Sashi, Yukirin, Saine, Jurina, Oita Aika, Nagawa Haruka, and Hirajama Natsumi and Yokoyama Yui. And question mark somewhere. Thanks for the updates on that Stage 48. Yeah, say.
The original 4 members of Warota is actually in the song though. Like
they were there.
Hirajima Natsumi, Harugon, Rabutan, and Mayu.
Yeah.
Hirajima Natsumi was there. I thought that was interesting considering, like, you know, didn't she leave on a scandal?
Yeah.
And
they had a good terms with her though. Like She even ranked in when they allowed the graduated members to participate in the Seikyo.
She was very beloved. I think if I also remember Nakagawa Haruka, that was interesting. I thought she was in Jakarta, but maybe she came back to Japan. Yeah.
Yeah, she did. Just for Mayu, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, it's Mayu.
It's Mayu, man.
Yeah.
Like, the original 4 members are like
That's beautiful.
For that song, so.
Yeah, go Haruka. All right, that was really awesome to see her.
Yeah, and then finally all Senbatsu showed up, and the first showing of Nachan, so I was very happy to see that. She looked amazing.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
They performed Honest Man, Yobisute Fantasy.
Yep.
We then moved to a MC part with the best friends and just talking about each other and reminiscences about what do you think with Mayu and stuff like that. We then moved to very fun parts. We moved to Bingo. But we were thinking, what is this Senbatsu? What are these people together? And turns out they are all from Saitama.
Yep.
And the Saitama Senbatsu performed then Bingo, Ponytail to Shusu, and then Juriko Sympathy. So let's see.
Well, I thought that Saitama Senbatsu, because they were at Saitama Super Arena, yeah. Little touches like that are pretty cool when it comes to AKB because they're mindful. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, Saitama, because all the members there are actually from Saitama, as Robin said. Like Mion, Mayu, like every single, even the teammate Saitama representative is there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a very, very cool little tribute. Like, hey, thanks Saitama for having us today. Like, I like little things like that. Those little touches mean a lot, in my opinion.
Speaking of that, the little touch I liked is every time they were showing new members on the live stream, they showed the names of the members.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And giving a little airtime, going on that. But then the real star of the show showed up at the new song, and that was Nantai Renai Kurageko. And it was cool, Watanabe Mayu with 16th Generation performing this song, this whole jellyfish song. And then a bunny showed up.
Oh, man.
It's like this giant bunny just showed up and just started dancing. Like, what is happening? It's like, why are you here? And getting a lot of airtime. Like, okay, just go away, giant bunny, go away.
Wait. That's Mayu's character, though. She drew that.
I know it's her bunny, but I'm like, why are you on stage? But we'll get to that later. So it's like, alright, just giant bunny. Funny to see you. Go away. We then had, again moved on to the MC parts, and what was this MC part? So this MC was with Yabuki Nako, Okada Nana, Miko Ichimiyu, Fukuoka Sena, Takahashi Juri, and Kawamata Saya. I lost my... Like, I was seeing all these members looking very, very, very well on stage.
Yep.
But yeah, it felt like a normal theater stage because we had the Senbatsu first opening, and then move on to the unit sections, with starting off with Pajama Drive, and they're all featured Mayu. First off, it was with Saine and Jurina. Then they did Zanen Shoujo with Kita-rie and Minagishi Mirami. Moved on to Hatsukoi yo Konnichiwa with Miyawaki Sakura and Katorena. Looking very fine. And then oh man, this part I lost it with Sailor Zombie with Okada Nana and Takahashi Juri. We even made a joke in there. I don't know if we can say it on the channel, but the outfits they were wearing, the official Sailor Zombie outfit, were looking very well on certain members.
Yeah.
Sadly,
very well.
Nachan is missing something to make it stand out more.
But Juri wasn't.
No,
Juri compensated that big time. Yeah.
Her outfit definitely complemented her assets. We'll just say that.
That's the cue.
Didn't realize.
I have comments on that song though. Cause Sailor Zombie is Nanya's first drama in all of things.
Yeah.
So like when I heard this song, I'm like, oh my god, they're playing Sailor Zombie! I'm like, yes! I lost myself when I heard Sailor Zombie. I'm like, yes, they're playing Sailor Zombie. And like, who's playing? Like, Nachan and Jury. I'm like, okay, Jury has the coupling song of the Sailor Zombie, so I'm good. And like Nachan compliments Karen's voice, so we're good. So like, yes.
What I did find interesting was that this also was kind of having Mayu and all these was sort of like a continuation of what we've seen with Koji Haru's grad, Takamina's grad, where she's almost in like every song. Because I remember like Achan at the Tokyo Dome, Achan was like in and out, like she was there, she wasn't. It was like more like normal. Let's just show AKB48. This is definitely more Mayu centric. So if you're a huge Mayu fan, I mean, this is like a dream come true.
I think the difference on that side and different on that side was it was also their first time at the Tokyo Dome. So they expanded it, and you didn't know because they had, of course, what we talked about last week with the documentary, crashing down. But they didn't have that much experience in big domes, and they were first time. So maybe playing it safe. Nowadays, they're very fully capable of doing multiple songs in order. But yeah, we followed then up with Kimi no CW with Mukai Chimiyo and Oguri Yui. Yui looking very, very fine, and then the bunny showed up again. I am really, really just this bunny was sort of away. But it was funny though. Was it here or I'm still talking early? Did the bunny have like a placard with it? And then
it was later.
It was later. Okay.
It was later. When they played the song, the actual song.
Okay, yeah, no. It was having like a Mayuyu sign, but it also had something on the back.
Oh, so the skit. I think that's a bit later, actually.
No,
yeah, it is.
Well, it was the skit, yeah.
Yeah,
no, but we noticed in this song the bunny was suddenly attached to Oguri Yui. Yeah, and it's like we were thinking, there's someone in the suit. We're thinking about Mecha Ike, of course, or Muramoto being
Muramoto would have been so fun.
And it was like, all right, come on, bunny, come with me. And she was like, Maya was already like, what are you doing, bunny? Well, I'm here. Why are you going to you?
Stop the bunny harassment.
Yeah. Then we went to I was so happy when I saw this song with the original members. Affogato Janeshi.
Oh yeah.
Mayu and Sashi doing that song. They did it at the Tokyo Dome for the first time, and now they were.
You skipped Yuhi wo Miteru ka with.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Before that, yeah. So Yuhi wo Mitukari with Yokoyama Yui was a beautiful song. Again, this bunny shows up. The bunny was back. It's like, it's the third time we're seeing this bunny. It's like, why? Why are you getting so much airtime, bunny? Go away. I was really annoyed with this bunny. Yeah.
They're selling her Mochichi's goods. There's a pen light of Mochichi's.
I know, but it still sucks why this bunny needs to be there.
You could buy it at 3,800 yen at the AKB shopping,
Yeah, just sell out.
Sell out, guy.
No, but it was a beautiful song on that side. But then I forgot it actually. And I think DX and I were just singing loudly this song while we were watching it.
Banana Ichigo.
But we were waiting for it, so we noticed the pattern that was like, okay, we're seeing like top members perform with Mayu, but then we're going with Yokoyama Yui, of course, then with Sashi, but we're missing someone. Where is your best friend? Where is Mayuki? And then they showed indeed a VTR video of the history they have together, and they got a little teary-eyed because think like, man, these two like mother and daughter, those two are together.
I was like an ocean of tears at this point because my Kamiyoshi with her little girl there just growing up, it's just so adorable. The VTR got me a lot. But watching those two on the stage, and again, Yukira's not exactly the I'm gonna cry and break down type girl, but even she just kind of feeling wobbly there, and you're just like, oh my god, this is like, Mayu's not even my favorite member by any stretch. Never really been a fan, and even I was just like, boy, they're really shooting us with the sad daggers with this one,
Yeah, they did the Kanashi Uta wo Kikita Kunata. Jesus Christ. Japanese.
Kanashi uta wo kikitaku nakata.
Yeah, see, that's hard.
Kikunata.
But the song was beautiful on that side. Teary-eyed, of course. And then Mayu announced her first solo album that's coming out on the 20th of December. That's pretty quick and interesting because I think Mayu can definitely sing, of course. So let's see what her style is going to be. Yeah, you want something to say?
Oh, I was gonna say it was part of Shoot Side, the song. So.
Yeah. That's when we found out that actually Suitsign had a good song on their album, so very good to see.
It was the ones I gave you guys too.
Yeah,
it was the theater edition.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. I would say though the first solo album I was like that's cool I guess, but it's just like again because I'm not a big fan of Mayu, but at the same time all the Mayu fans I'm sure like freaked out when they heard this. Like they were probably just losing their minds because Mayu. Do you think she'll have a career post AKB doing music, or do you think she's gonna just foray into like dramas like Yuko did?
I think we'll see what the album does for first, but I definitely think her career is in stage, in theater, and dramas. She can definitely. I've watched some of her dramas.
Actress.
Yeah, we'll see later that she actually just keeps things interesting with her style. She will have a bright future. I don't know about how well it will go, but yeah, it's time for her, as she pointed out in her music video.
Right.
Alright, let's see, where were we? Oh yeah, so then we had the MC parts where we were talking about congratulations. They were making fun of Yukarin again. They were talking about what do you think most with Mayu, and I think they mentioned some of them. What was it? Let's see. I need to read this. Oh yeah, they were combining your greatest memory with Mayu. And the funny thing is though, when Yukarin went to Cyanase, she was like, I really didn't have any interaction on that note with Mayu. It's like, well, we had this and this and this that. No, that wasn't me. And Yukarin was like, just like, my MC is all ruined. What's your connection with Mayu? And then they finally found something up, and then they laughed, just to keep things going. And then we kicked it into high gear. Then the Senbatsu came out, and they did all Mayu songs where she was centered in, and well, first up we started with Manatsu Sounds Good. With this Senbatsu was interesting though. It was with Mayu, of course, with Fukuoka Seina, Kawamoto Saya, Oguri Yui, Tanaka Miku, Ogino Yuka, Honma Hinata, Takino Yumiko.
Takino.
Yeah. Takagura Moeka, Obata Yuna, Kubo Satone, Hiwatashi Yui, Kurano Narumi, Matsukoka Hana, Yamamoto Ayaka, Yamuchi Mizuki.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
But Takino killed it. Takino, I don't know. I mean, I was trying to watch her. I mean, I think Ogi crushed it on this. I think Hinata actually did really good. But I honestly, Takino, I couldn't keep my eyes off her. She was pretty impressive during this song. On the few shots, like whenever I saw the shots, and she had everything down, and I think that's exceptional considering I guarantee you Manatsu No Sounds Good isn't part of the STU repertoire at this point. So that was impressive.
Yeah. The other thing I was wondering about is I didn't see Mayu that much in these series of songs because they changed the center lineup. So Fukuoka Seina was center for Manatsu Sound Good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's very good, by the way.
I have a reason for this kind of a random Senbatsu. Those are the songs actually Mayu got to pick her own team to perform their song.
That's right. That's right. So that would make sense then, duh. Okay, very cool though. Very, very cool, her choices.
Give me a moment. I'm leaking a little bit.
Don't worry.
I'm getting
sick.
Take
it easy.
No.
Take it easy.
It's the first time this year I'm getting sick.
It's common though. Change of season.
So. Okay. Then we moved on to keep it. Yo.
On that song, Zuki just killed it. So.
Yeah.
yeah.
Zuki, man, Zuki.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, they were very fine, and that's definitely tell you something about the future. That Mayu is like certain these members will blow you away. It's they did passing of the torch, but several torches were handed out to Mayu, the arsonist.
Kimi no kota ga suki dakara.
That's so great to hear this song.
Oh my god, when they started this whole like run, we were all like, ah! Like we were all freaking out because this is like what I love these moments when they just hit the run of all the big songs. But I love Kimi no kota ga suki dakara, and like and Saya did really good on this, you know, for the center. And I'm not even again a big fan of hers either, but it was just I was so caught up in the moment. Like at this point, the concert felt like a dome concert to me, AKB old style. Like it really, from this point on, all the songs were like all their big hits for the most part. Just total, like old school, just positive vibes. You know, it was it was so much fun at this point.
Yeah, it was amazing to see in there, and really love this song on that side. Then we moved on to Kiwoteki Refrain with Ogari Yui in the center.
See,
but
okay.
With Kawamata Saya, I think, right? So it was Kawamata Saya.
No, Yui. But here, I think Saya was
double center, of course.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I was wondering, like Sakura-tan, you know, like they should have let her do it. You know, that would have been kind of cool. Like she was double center with her, wasn't she? Or
that was the story with the MC. This was the first center song she did, of course, with Mayu. It was very impactful for her career. But I think Mayu, you know, just keep the theme going, and Sakura-tan doesn't need to be there because she's already an ace, and she this was the section of the group that were performing like these are the future aces. Keep your eye open on these people. Love it though. Then we moved on to another different senbatsu, and I think these were also picked by Mayu, if I'm correct, DX?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they did Sayonara Kurol with Sagakuchi Nagisa, Yamabe Ayu, Nishikawa Rei, Suzuki Kurumi, Taniguchi Megu, Mukeichi Mion, Komiyama Haruka. Just those three together is already crazy enough. Yabuki Nako again, Kitagawa Ryoha, Shibuya Nagisa, Kodama Haruka Harupi, Shiro Miru, and Kisaki Yuria. That is wrong, I would say.
That's wrong. I don't think she was there.
No, that's definitely wrong.
Kisaki Yuria.
Yeah, it's saying right here. So stage 48.
Kizaki's like hanging out in the Bahamas right now, sipping her mai tais. She's like, I'm done with y'all. Like, I don't know what you're talking
you're
about.
close. She's actually cut her hair, and you know she's just sometimes uploads a picture of how she's doing.
Right. She's chilling with her rich parents.
No, but it was with her 5,000 yen breakfast she always does.
Oh man.
But it was an interesting senbatsu, and I think this person is. I'm reading the notes here, and it looks very weird. Let's see. So we went to then heavy rotation with Mukai Michi in the center, and then Tomonaga Mio showed up, Chiba Eri, and Nakano Ikumi. And god damn it, I'm sorry, people. Leaking nose. Stop it. Nakano Ikumi. Interesting that this use was there, but this is also chosen for being on Mayu's list of people that interest her. I think she had a lot of like we talk about the harem of Nachan, but I think Mayu also has her own little kid harem she has.
Yeah.
Things she grew up with. Alright, then we went to a VTR. Again, the bunny is now on screen. And they showed like all her dramas she was in there. Let's see, does it help here? Nope. Doesn't say what dramas it was. But then we got again to the solo part of Mayu, showing all the songs she did for the dramas. Starting off with Synchro Tokimeki.
Salvador!
The opening theme.
Good show.
Yeah. It's a real funny show, actually. Yeah, so I recommend it.
She's a 35-year-old lady acting to be 17.
Yep.
Interesting. Then the one I watched is Dei no Suzuki. The
Tatakao Shoten Girl.
Yeah, I watched this series entirely, and very funny show to be in there. Indeed, the the payoff at the end is very great to watch.
Definitely.
Then we got into this long segment, and we start off with seeing like this dude or this woman actually in the bar crying. So I didn't know what it was. It was the actors from Sayonara
Enari-kun.
Yeah, I still need to watch this show, but
Yeah, same here.
then the bar guy was talking. Mayu showed up, and I just love, and I need to wait for Derek till he comes back, but I just love when Mayu is pissed off.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. Oh, wow.
When Mayu is pissed off, her R's are rolling, like going like that, and kora and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And,
Real Yankee style.
It's just so, very attractive. If I was in a relationship with Mayu, I would make her mad every day just to enjoy my day.
You turn M, pretty much.
It's insane how hot she gets when she's mad. Yeah,
Oh,
so let's wait till Derek has his earpiece in.
Sundere Mayu, you like, eh?
Tsundere Mayu. Let's talk about that, Derek.
Yeah.
Huh?
Sundere Mayu.
Yeah, so
Tsundere Mayu.
I'm talking about how
yeah,
hot
yeah.
Mayu is when she is angry.
She's really good at doing that, and that's, I think, a testimony to her dramatic flair. But I think she's always been like that. It's just but you got to remember when we first saw Mayu, like in like AK Bingo particularly, she was the quiet cyborg, and you didn't really know there was a tsundere like personality inside of her. And then somebody gave her a lot of motivation and encouragement. She got status in AKB, and then it just like came pouring out of her. And now she's so good at it, She can switch like that. I love it.
One of my favorite videos is on YouTube. There is an it's the stage fighter play with Yukari.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So funny.
With the guy named Kato, and she's like saying the stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's just amazing on the sides. Like her anger, I don't know why. Why is that so attractive for her? I know she's also the sweet one, but when she just turns up her anger, even with that Thanksgiving concert, where she is in that black dress and doing also the rolling of the R's, that jazz style, giving her very adult look.
Yeah.
I think the reason why is because she is referred to as the perfect idol, and you don't anticipate or expect an idol to have that kind of dark evil side to her, so it's even more jarring. It's kind of like if you have an all white background and you take a big black can of paint, you just on the white background. It's really jarring, especially if it's pure crystal white. And Mayu's like crystal white when it comes to that.
I think with Mayu, that was also like a whole segment. Her personal life is very secretive. Like
very.
No one knows actually how she does outside of AKB. Just at home and just hanging around.
Do you remember what was it, last year before? They did some little thing where you had to unlock secrets, and then it went more and more, and then wasn't like the end secret like Mayu studying for her license or something? Yeah. Do you remember that?
Yeah, something not very appealing, but it was like you need to go
like
through all these layers to just find out.
Yeah, of finding out that like this is how secretive Mayu is. But then it does. I got to give it up to Mayu for that. I don't think she's ever really had a scandal issue, right?
Never.
Nope.
So, she's had that purity retained, which is not easy to do. And best part about her is that I don't think she can look back on her career in AKB and say that she faulted at any point, And the secrecy has a lot to do with it, I think. She was an idol for us, and that was it. You're not going to know me, you're not going to know who I am, but I'll be an idol for you. And I thought that's a good point. We said when you start hearing her rolling her R's, you're like, whoa, is this how you are in real life? Ugh!
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to marry you.
So then the skit continued, and this bunny showed up again, and at that point I'm like, enough is enough.
Yeah,
I was done with it.
I was done with it.
And
you see how annoying that is? Yayo keeps doing that. That's how annoying it got. And like I'm glad you're doing that, Yayo, because you're proving the point. It just got to the point where I'm just like, we get it. Please over.
But then they did the whole skit where in the show Mayu is a crazed. I think she's crazed about her ex. I think in the show.
Yeah,
the ex, help me about that.
Something like
She did some magic or her spell that she does in the show to reveal who is the bunny, and we were all hoping it was someone that we actually knew, but then it was the actor, that plays the X, or I don't know, somewhere in the show. It was funny to see them, but they did the whole skit together. The bunny also had a play card. They started playing Kokoro play card, and Derek was about to leave when we heard the song.
We're back.
But they quickly ended it because Mayu was trying, to get the attention of the crowd, because she needs the attention and get the excitement of her character show. Turns out the bunny had the Ogo the Yui placard on the backside, so it got very mad. And then we saw her just punching, get the sign, and then did her, special things to reveal it, and it was the actor. And then they thanked the skit, and it was all funny, and it took a while, I think, like a half an hour, something like that.
It was a bit long. It was one of the longer MC segments, I would say. So.
Yeah. Then we got into the MC parts again. They were saying, "Oh, Mayu did well with acting," and it was very interesting. And then let's see where we get. What was the next part then? This was Matote Ageta Kunnara. Oh yeah. No, so I was very happy with this one because they came out with new outfits and they looked amazingly hot, like red flowers and everything, red dresses, lipstick all over. It's like, oh my god. I saw Nachan and I think, okay, Nachan just killed me with her look. She can be so feminine if she wants to. They went through all the different songs, and let's see. It was Labrador Retriever, Flying Gets, Iuka Maybe, Ogo Diamond. It was funny, by the way, when we were talking on the Facebook where we were just doing this. So there is like, oh yeah, this is like, Iuka Maybe is great. The only thing they can do now is Ogo Diamond, and next song is then Ogo Diamond.
Yeah, I mean, there's those parts, that we've discussed about these songs that just they're the classics. That's what makes them classics. And AKB's set list here was really smart in the sense they know how to just tear at your heartstrings here. And I mean, by the end of this, it was just all tears, just all tears, just because it was I don't know. It just really made me want to shout to AKS, please get back into the domes and please keep doing this, because this is what it's all about. I can go to dome concerts every weekend and watch AKB perform these songs because it's so much fun to hear the crowd, and when they're saying Saki, Saki at the Ogoe Diamond, the end refrain part, there's nothing greater in life, man. There really isn't.
It was funny that during the Ogo Diamond, she was throwing bunnies. It's like,
that was fun, yeah.
Yep.
But I love the reactions. Every time she threw it, she was like, oh, I think I threw it a little too hard. It's like, she was wailing those bunnies all over that.
I can see that.
Then I knew it was coming because they were doing all these songs and we didn't hear this one. So to Derek, well, we'll see you in a bit. They played Coconut on a placard, the full version. But lots of funny things happened. And DX, do you have for me a little text with all what members said to?
Yeah, I've actually got the text right in front of me. So
thank you very much. Take it away.
I'm going to do a random selection. I got the translation from the Discord app, AKB No Life. It's the server I hang out with, and Mario Lai, he provided me with the translations done. So here we go. We had Sashera with her Tokimeki Memo Kaiste, or return Tokimeki Memorial to me. Yeah, this is way back reminiscent to the Shoji where she was battling with Mayuyu, and she said, "I want that game back now," and she responded pretty much like, "I returned it sometime."
It was 2 years already, and she didn't bring that DS game. Currently, she really wants to play it. And she said, "Oh, I'll return when I'm done with it." And it's like she still hadn't returned after all these years, and that was amazing to hear. It's like, okay.
We both lost it at that point. Yukirin had on a placard pretty much Mayu Yukirin forever. Matsui Jurina had Senetsu is of course the best Majisuka Gaku. Senetsu is of course the best, and that's a Majisuka Gakuen reference.
Yeah, they were doing the best with her being Nezumi, I think.
Yeah.
and Centaur, of
Centaur,
course,
yeah.
being the whole pair up in
Yep.
season 2. Man, that was a great pair up actually in season 2.
Yep. Exactly.
Yo, you're muted.
I have one for the Packers. Yu was funny. It's like you and Ma are always together or something.
Yeah.
I just read it. I'm like, oh. So yeah, that's my Yu.
Yeah, don't worry. Continuing on, we have Katorena with My Idol Is My Whole Life. Okada Nana had Longing Forever Mayu-sama. Minigishi had Let Me Kiss at Last.
Yeah, trying for so many years.
Yep. And Mikachi Mion had Leave Saitama to me, so she wants to take over that role from her.
No, that's actually promised to her. I think Mayu said like you're now the Saitama representative, so.
Okay. Takahashi Jun had a bit of a funny one. To celebrate graduation, take me to yakiniku.
Yeah, they want to eat meat together. It's just.
Yeah.
What about? What I'm thinking about? Yokoyama Yui. Do you have that one?
Oh yeah. Do you remember Yuihan and Nijihan? 2.5 hours. I don't have the reference on it, so.
No, she mentioned it during the MC part where apparently they did some name wrong, or Mayu made some jokes with Yui's name at that point when Yui was still Kenkyusei.
Okay.
So I'm getting sick. And then the big one. Can you do that one?
Yeah. Just a sec.
We laughed so hard.
This
so
one was crazy.
Yeah.
Team 8 Kurono Narumi. It was
just out of
so
nowhere.
much.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, unless somebody can explain the connection here.
This giant text here on
Yep.
that said.
Okay, here we go. Kurano Narumi. Mayu-san, for these 10 years, otsukaresama. Because I saw you on TV when I was young, I wanted to join AKB48 as well and become like you. Your idleness is brilliant. I like your singing and dancing. You have attracted many people up to today. Even after many of your senpai from the first and second gen have graduated, you were able to be a brilliant center and win the Senbatsu Soseikyo. When I joined that year, I had a strong desire to be worthy of the first row. By watching Kimi no CW and your concert, I learned how to become cuter. I've also learned a lot from your other MVs. I'm sad that we never had a song together. I was very happy when I saw the video announcement that we would perform together in Fukuoka, but I also felt pressure from the concert. We didn't have many chances to talk to each other, but at least I can say that I know you. I really like and respect Mayuyu-san. And this is from teammate Kurano Narumi.
It's
amazing.
Comedic genius, I would say. You have all those, have certain texts, but you have always that one that does way too much, and this one, yeah, this stands out. It's like, it was so long. And I laughed. It's like, you see her just doing this. Yeah, I can read it. They were relaxed, like, that's a lot. I'll read it later.
You know what? It kind of reminded me of Saitama Miyazawa Sai when they were doing AK Bingo and they were doing like phone text messages that you would like send to like people. And Saitama would always write these like beautiful long descriptions. Can you imagine if Saitama was sitting there doing
his whole speech?
The army would have had some competition.
Yeah. Then they did the horrible MV song "So Long." It's a good song, but the MV, man, that sucks so much.
Yeah.
Oh, you forgot what the fans did. The fans.
You're right. Yeah. There was an MC. There was an MC part during that. Was it?
Yeah.
During the MC it was, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this was very nice on both sides. They did this before with Kojihara as well, but on both sides they had like "Thank you, Mayu," I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mayu arigato.
Yeah.
Just katakana.
Giant crowd letters, and that was very. Surprising and very touching to see how many fans actually care for it.
Last time they did something like that was with Itano Tomomi graduation.
Yeah, Tomo-chan. They did that for Tomo-chan, and it was beautiful. It was very heartfelt. But I don't care how many times they do it. It's incredible. I don't know how you get fans to do that. Like that's unbelievable.
Well, I think someone brings it along, and then management, before you enter, it's like, I have this spells out this message, and then you hand out to people, and people are like, sure, then we get on screen, and I'll be remembered. So it's very easy to do those things, but it's awesome. Just the timing of it, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So they did then So Long, and then Ju Ichi Gatsu no Anklet. Then the main show ended.
Yep.
We got
Oh,
the VTR of Mayu, you know, just her funny moments, and then seeing her Kenkyusei days. That was very touching, right, Derek?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
very, very, very touching.
very.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
This?
Yeah, they actually showed her where she started. You know, before. Well, it's Team B, but they weren't fully promoted yet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's still the team B is not formed yet, basically.
Yes, so it's still it's somewhat of Kenkyusei days.
Yeah.
You know, with the original outfits they were wearing, and just Mayu having this look very differently to what she is now. I think she had like short hair till here, and just you know, you could see it's a very young group on that side. But then going through the ages, what Mayu actually did for the group, and then I'm starting thinking, it's like it started finally happening. It's like
Yep. It's sinking in.
it's
sinks.
happening. This
Yeah.
even though lately Mayu was also doing like a lot of other stuff, she meant a lot for the group. She was again one in the highest peak of AKB48. One of the Kami 7, having a lot of influence on a lot of people. I think if it wasn't for her, I think a lot of members right now in AKB wouldn't be there
Exactly.
actually at all. Just you know, her influence was very big. You know, showing all her achievements, becoming Soutoukyou, of course, #1, her solo parts, and just thinking about it, it's amazing.
Yeah, it really started to sink in on the deepest of levels by this point. After we had that like huge run of singles, it was all fun and games, and then it was like the inevitable was about to happen, and then you really start realizing like the original Kami 7 is no more. You know.
All right. So then the encore was going to happen. We see Mayu in his beautiful dress. It's a little bit furry white dress. Maybe represents to her, but you know, again, amazing what Shinobu did, making those special dresses in those times. Then we had, of course, Sayonara de Owaru Wage Janai.
Yep.
And very rough to hear, very rough to sing her to the song. She was crying as well. Didn't lose her voice, so it was beautiful reminiscent of the song. So we were all crying a little bit down, and then she showed up with again she did Shonichi, but with original Team B members. It was great.
It was amazing.
Yeah, just great to see B over there, and then go to Yakusoku Yo.
Yep.
And then the messages from Sashi, Yukirin her whole letter. I think I need to see a translation for that because it already felt strong when she was saying it. It felt like a birthday stage letter she does. But yeah, Yukirin combined with Mayu is always. It was an iconic duo throughout the years, and that's breaking up for on the AKB side. I think they'll still be friends till the end for years. Yeah.
I just wanted to say real quick. I guess I could save it for them, but maybe it's relevant here. I don't know if it's just that I've come to expect older members to show up at these big events to say, hey, we missed you and stuff. The original Team B, that was a really beautiful surprise. It was a nice touch. I don't know if I saw Yonezawa Rumi there. Was she there? Because I don't know. Am I right? She's in Team B. The adult videos. Well, I shouldn't say she's a star. She only did one AV, but yeah, I don't know if she was there, but I would say everyone else pretty much was there. But I would say and I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure Rumi was Team B. Anyways, it was very interesting that there wasn't, if I'm not mistaken, there wasn't any Kami 7 members there.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
Like. My question is, why not celebrate that too? Yes, I know they just did last year, everyone, but it's like, this is truly the end of a huge era. We no longer have any members from the old Kami 7, which means we need a new Kami 7, which still hasn't happened. And, now I can't even imagine, but it's like, none of them showed up. You would think like Achan or Yuko might have said, I got some time in my schedule. No,
Maybe
and I
on
wondered why. I really wondered why.
maybe on December 24th. Who knows?
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, if they just go to her final stage. But you would think they would want to do this more in a big promotional platform. The Saitama, it's not like they have to drive far. It's just, I just thought that was really the only one minor off point about this besides the bunny was just, it just felt a little awkward. And like, there's no Mega members coming back. And yes, original TV, not disparaging them at all. They were all wonderful in their time. But no Mega members, no Kami 7. I was just like, that's so interesting. You would have thought they would have had at least one song they all would have did at the end,
Yeah.
And like they didn't. It was just, it was odd. But that was my only weird critique, I guess, if you can even call it that.
Then eventually the bells showed up.
Yeah.
The bells and more tears.
Yep.
Sakura no Hanabi. Long walk. Original team members hug them. Yukirin says goodbye. And then at the start they show Mayu as a bird, and then she left as a bird, flies away. Very high up, by the way. It's like in the rafters. It's like,
where was she going? The top of the dome, like outside?
Like you still need you still need to go down. So, but yeah, concert then ended. I would say nothing big happened. I saw Haru being a little disappointed there was no announcement of a shuffle. To be honest, I don't think it was the right timing.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
I really want that shuffle to happen.
It wouldn't make sense.
But it felt like, this was a beautiful...
This is not the place. This
No.
was not the place.
The set list of this concert was amazing. I think
Yeah.
out of everything,
good.
this was perfect. It felt like a very good original ride, like Derek said, like they used to do. I don't know how much influence Mayu had on the set list, but she did a wonderful job then. This one is if you want to show someone AKB concerts, this is one on the list I would show to them just because of the
See,
songs.
I disagree, and only because it was very flat on everything else. Like there was nothing really major. I mean, I was at least hoping for some air balloons, because it's just like there are, I've put out a whole list of concert DVDs and what I think are great. So this would never make my top 10. Wouldn't even make my top 20, but it's very important. It's essential in the sense that if you are an AKB anthology, like if you're a historian of AKB, or you see this is the end of the Kami 7. So that is significant by its own right. But as far as a concert, they had that great run of songs. That would be fun to show people, because it was like real electric there for a while. And also too, it was very cool before that, all the centers, the different centers that aren't normally centers. That was fun. That was awesome. And like you said, a passing of the torch. Very much a hint of what's to come, perhaps, which I hope it is. I do. They did great, especially Fukuoka Sena. Oh my god.
Yep.
Wait, can I do it? Can I do it?
Uh-oh.
No, you sure?
Can I? Wait, I can. Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm so glad I turned off my headset.
Yeah.
Sorry, people. I'm sorry. He really wants to do it. Okay.
Glad to have you back, Yayo. We missed you.
Alright, so that was the review on the concert then. I'm going to announce what we're doing next up. So, continuing the theme we did last week, we're going to the next documentary of AKB48, and this is going to be a tough one, because I watched it, I think, multiple times, but I'm going to watch it again. No Flower Without Rain. Oh
Boy.
If that moment with Yuko and her Sun
boy.
realization is going to crash in, I'm going to be... I'm thinking about it and getting teary-eyed already.
Yep.
So that will be then next week when we review that. Well, we already talked about recommendations for next week. But again, I'm asking you people for the comments. What we did, a few weeks ago, asking your opinions on what we should review and what we talk about. Keep doing that. I really love those. So, this week's comments, they were fine. I really appreciate all the comments. I read them all, of everything. But there was nothing that stood out that was thinking, you know what, I can mention this on the show or mention this on this. Find something, unique, or maybe give us information that we can use, and that we got mentioned on the show, because I really love that. I think we all did.
Yeah, comment about the comments though. We did have a little bit of a pushback for thanking people, and I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't think it really needs to go into a huge explanation or anything, but you know, we thank people because we're very grateful for all of you. I mean, we all sacrifice to do this, and we do it because you know you guys watch us, and we're getting some nice numbers now compared to where we were when this first started. And I got to be honest, it's something to live for every week. You know, I have many things to live for, but it's really fun to know you guys are all watching. So that's why we thank you.
Everyone on YouTube does this, actually. It's like
everybody does.
You always say like, comment, subscribe. That's the old thing you say, like, comment, subscribe, because we love it when you do that. We love it when you see that because it also, you know, uplifts us as well. We do this, you know, for fun. There's no money involved or anything.
None.
But it's very it's appreciative that there's like someone out there that's actually listening, and then we can help, and you can help us back by doing that. Like, comment, subscribe. That's why I'm not saying this, but now I am. But you understand what I mean by that. It's pretty interesting to keep it going. It's the next step. We want to grow. We want more people to hear us, because if you like it, maybe someone else would like it, and maybe someone else and someone else. You continue on. If we don't say anything, you don't grow.
Right, and I flew to the Netherlands and got, you know, drunk with Robin and DX because of this, and Gino. Okay, so honestly, like, it's fun. It's a good time. We love this, and you know, a large part of that love comes from the fact that you guys all love it. Yeah. And you know, when we were at the anime convention and seeing like Miroslav and Soutoukyou and both of them flying and coming way out of their way to come hang out with us and even give us gifts, which was just ridiculous. I know. Look, here's my glass. I use it every single day. You know, it's just. That's amazing to us. We're just a bunch of, you know, guys who like AKB, but we didn't expect this. So we're gonna continue to thank you all and continue to tell you how much we love you, because we all do. And plus, we all know a lot of you now that we're hanging out. We know you. We have you on our show. We'd love to keep having you on the show. Robin, and by the way, I was a fan before this ever happened, and it's because of Robin, you know, and DX and Gino and stuff, bringing me on, Yayo on. I mean, this is why we do this, because we're all trying to create a community here, which is exactly what Robin has done by making this show and by extending his hand to me, to Yayo, to everyone. I think it's a good thing, because there really isn't anything like that, you know? Not out there, really.
iPhone 10. and I'm here sitting talking about this, that we don't make money off it, and he's like, look, I got an iPhone 10. It's expensive. But we're not making any money of it. We don't. There's not a single dime that we're making off of this.
Nothing.
I work at the Apple Store and I don't have an iPhone 10.
Perfect timing, you know. There's always that perfect timing.
No, but you get the idea. We are grateful, and that's why we say thank you a lot, because it really, really makes us happy. Okay, with that though.
Wait, Derek, let's do it. Let's do like the half hearts. You know?
Other way around. Other way. Okay. Yeah. Go. Closer. Oh, there's a wall. Boy. Oh, too bad. All right. We'll see you next time.
I'm doing that, Yayo, by the way, because think about it. When I saw you in Japan, we did that, yeah?
I know, yeah, that was hard.
We were at the AKB cafe.
Oh my god. All right. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Wait.
No. Bye.